Vocab Cafe.
You will acknowledge that sanctions have done terrible damage to your economy.
Of course they have.
You can't sell your oil, you can't do one thing after another.
But sanctions, you must remember, if sanctions were designed to hurt the Iranian people, if sanctions were
to change the mind of the Iranian government, not hurt. Hurt the Iranian people.
Well, they didn't. The sanctions didn't change the mind of the Iranian government. The Iranian government actually went ahead with building more centrifuges. So what the sanctions did was to create an atmosphere among the Iranian population So what the sanctions did was to create an atmosphere among the Iranian population that the United States doesn't want to treat them well, that they want to treat them well, that the United States is trying to put pressure on them, that to put pressure on them, that the United States is trying to prevent them from the United States is trying to prevent them from even buying medicine with their own money from abroad. You know that, I mean, the United States is saying that Iran can purchase medicine, but if you go to a bank and you tell them that I want to send medicine to Iran, they say, I can't open an account for you.
No one doubts that these have been very successful sanctions.
This is not what I call success.
It is. It's a success if, in fact, you want to feel the pressure of a series of governments around the world trying to influence the government to come to the table and talk about the nuclear issue. The nuclear issue, because they don't want to see you, even though you say you don't want one, have a nuclear capability.
No, you see, my friend.
Yes.
The point is, if you want if you wanted to antagonize the Iranian people, I mean, not you, if the United States government wanted to antagonize the Iranian people, if the United States government wanted to create feelings and misgivings about the United States among the general Iranian population, then the sanctions have succeeded. But if the intention of these sanctions were to bring Iran to the negotiating table, that's not what they achieved.
How can you say that?
No, because
you're at the negotiating table.
We are at the negotiating table because people like us were at the negotiating table even before the selection. My predecessors were negotiating. We were always at the negotiating table. We were at the negotiating table during the Khatami administration in Iran. President Rouhani and myself were negotiating. Then our successors continued to negotiate. It is now the United States which has abandoned that idea of zero enrichment. If the United States accepted that Iran had the right to enrich 10 years ago, we wouldn't have had all of this nonsense for the last 10